Who is eligible for overtime pay under federal law? In today's fast-paced world, understanding your rights as an employee is more important than ever. A hot topic right now is the eligibility for overtime pay under federal law. Many workers are asking, am I entitled to extra pay for working more than 40 hours a week? This question is especially relevant as recent changes in tax provisions have sparked interest in overtime pay. Let's break it down. Under the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, employees who work over 40 hours in a workweek are generally entitled to overtime pay. This pay is typically calculated at a rate of time and a half for each hour worked beyond 40. However, not everyone qualifies for this benefit. The key factor is whether an employee is classified as non-exempt. Non-exempt employees include most hourly workers and some salaried workers who do not meet specific exemption criteria. This classification covers many blue-collar workers and some white-collar workers. If you do not meet the exemption tests related to job duties and salary level, you are likely entitled to overtime pay. On the other hand, exempt employees do not qualify for overtime pay, regardless of the hours they work. Certain categories of workers fall into this exempt category. This includes executives, administrative employees, and professionals such as doctors and lawyers. These employees must meet specific criteria regarding their job duties and salary thresholds to be considered exempt. To be exempt, employees generally need to be paid on a salary basis above a certain minimum amount. They also must perform specific types of job duties as defined by the Department of Labor. Understanding these criteria is essential for determining your eligibility for overtime pay. Recent developments have introduced a new tax provision that will take effect from 2025 through 2028. Under this provision, eligible workers can deduct up to $12,500 of overtime pay from their taxable income annually. For married couples filing jointly, this deduction can be as much as $25,000. This tax break applies only to legitimate overtime pay earned in accordance with the Fair Labor Standards Act. It does not apply to exempt employees who do not receive overtime pay. Additionally, the deduction phases out for individuals with modified adjusted gross income exceeding $150,000 or $300,000 for joint filers. In summary, eligibility for overtime pay under federal law hinges on whether you are classified as non-exempt. If you work over 40 hours a week and do not fall into an exempt category, you may be entitled to overtime pay. Understanding these classifications can help you navigate your rights in the workplace.